Hi everyone, welcome to Arpita Sharma classes. This is the Hindu Decoded for 2nd of June 2021. आज की लेक्चर में हम 2nd June 2021 का द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर डिकोड करने जा रहे हैं. And in today's newspaper there have been very good articles that have come. We're not going to analyze the editorials. Why? Because those are for self-analysis. We are not going to spoon feed you the analysis of the editorials because that is for you. राइट अब देखो होता क्या है, एडिटोरियल्स जो होते हैं वो सेल्फ एनालिसिस के लिए होते हैं, खुद पढ़ने के लिए, खुद अपने ओपिनियन बनाने के लिए होते हैं. अगर मैं ही आपको ओपिनियन बनाकर दे दूंगी तो आप खुद से अपने ओपिनियन, अपने थॉट्स कहाँ से लेकर आओगे? Okay, so I am not going to feed my opinion on the editorials in your brain because that is for you. You have to create your opinions, your thoughts, your viewpoints, and in that manner, if you read the editorial daily, then you will be in a position to face anything in the mains or interview with boldness and confidence. So make sure that you are reading the editorials yourself and you are not being dependent on any video for the editorials. Please, I request you. अब प्लीज किसी भी एडिटोरियल के एनालिसिस के लिए वीडियोस पे लटक मत जाना बंदर की तरह, वरना आप अपना ओरिजिनलिटी, अपनी ओपिनियन, व्यू पॉइंट सब खो दोगे और होगा क्या, मेंस और इंटरव्यू में टाई फिस. इसीलिए एडिटोरियल्स खुद पढ़ने की आदत डाल लो, ठीक है, तभी लिख पाओगे, वरना लिखना नहीं आ पाएगा. फिर आप क्वेश्चन पूछते हो लिखते कैसे हैं आंसर्स, तो ये कैसे पता चलेगा जब एडिटोरियल्स पढ़ोगे. लेट्स स्टार्ट. The first very important article is 9 European nations clear SII jab. SII over here means Serum Institute of India. तो यूरोपियन यूनियन, जो यूरोपियन EU नेशंस हैं, 9 यूरोपियन कंट्रीज हैं, उन्होंने कोविशील्ड वैक्सीन को जो सीरम इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ इंडिया के द्वारा बनाई गई है उसको परमिशन दे दिया. मतलब इफ यू हैव टेकन द कोविशील्ड वैक्सीन देन यू कैन एंटर दीज 9 यूरोपियन नेशंस. सो व्हाट आर दीज नेशंस? वी हैव ऑस्ट्रिया. ऑस्ट्रिया हैज अलाउड पीपल, Indians taking who have taken Covishield, they can enter Austria. Then we have over here Germany. Then we have over here Slovenia. So these are the countries: Austria, Germany, Greece, Iceland, Slovenia, Ireland, Spain, Estonia, Switzerland. Switzerland, however, is a non-EU member. Now over here, when we talk about Estonia, Estonia has authorized all the vaccines which have been approved by Government of India, whether it's Sputnik, Covishield, Covaxin, or if Moderna is coming to India, all the vaccines which have been given permission by Indian government, they will be accepted in Estonia also. Okay, so if you have taken any vaccine which is permitted by Government of India, you can enter Estonia. They have given the permission. And this confirmation came on Thursday when the European Union started the Green Pass facility. We have discussed in detail what is a Green Pass. मैंने आपको बताया ना Green Pass क्या है. So Green Pass is a pass which if a country launches or gives this Green Pass, that means it allows people vaccinated with an authorized set of vaccines to travel within its zone. मान लीजिए मैं आपको Green Pass देती हूँ, यानी कि मैं आपको परमिशन देती हूँ कि अगर आपने ये जो मैंने जो वैक्सीन बताई हैं, इन वैक्सीन का सेवन किया या इन वैक्सीन को लगवाया है, तो आप मेरे कंट्री के जोन में घूम सकते हो, आ सकते हो, एंटर कर सकते हो. इट कवर्स 27 कंट्रीज राइट नाउ एंड द 9 कंट्रीज मूव इज अ नेशनल मूव बाय देम एंड नॉट बाय द EU. ये जो 9 कंट्रीज ने परमिशन दी है ना, हम कोविशील्ड को एक्सेप्ट करते हैं, ये EU ने परमिशन नहीं दी है, ये 9 कंट्रीज अपना इंडिपेंडेंट परमिशन दी है. The EU member states that have recognized Covishield include Austria, Germany, Slovenia, Greece, Iceland, Ireland, Spain, Estonia, and Estonia has confirmed that it would recognize all the vaccines authorized by Government of India. Remember this for prelims also. Okay. The next important topic. In last academic year, only 22% schools had internet. अब ये topic आपका education से related है, and if you have studied and read the syllabus very dedicatedly and in a disciplined manner, you would know that education falls under GS paper 2. See, how do you classify the articles based on the main syllabus or prelim syllabus? If you know the syllabus, you can do that. Now students, they go on asking me, ma'am, how to read the articles, how to know which article to read, which article not to read. अरे if you do not know the syllabus, how can I explain it to you? अगर आपको खुद को syllabus ही नहीं पता तो मैं explain कर भी दूं ना तो भी आपको समझ नहीं आएगा. If you are very thoroughly in touch with the syllabus of UPSC, very thoroughly you know the syllabus of UPSC, only then you will be in a position to know what to study, what not to study in a newspaper, or else you will become like a monkey dependent on videos or lecture series of analyzing the newspaper. So make sure that when you go through my analytical videos or lecture videos on the Hindu newspaper, you understand how I am segregating the articles from the newspaper based on the syllabus of both prelims and mains. Okay, keep a syllabus with you. अपने पास ना न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ते वक्त एक सिलेबस की कॉपी रखा करो और उसके अकॉर्डिंगली न्यूज़पेपर को पढ़ा करो. ठीक है, there are many articles which are just waste in a newspaper, whether it's Hindu or Indian Express. Now there are merely 8 to 10 articles only that you have to study, not more than that. Sometimes only 4 articles are important in the entire newspaper. Why am I saying that? Because if we filter the newspaper as per syllabus, you will see that very few articles you have to read, not the entire newspaper. Okay, now here in the news, less than 30% government schools had computers as per the report. So there has been a report which has been released by Union Education Minister. The report's name is, it is Report on Unified Information System for Education Plus 2019-20. See over here in this paragraph, Unified District Information System for Education Plus report. It collates the data, that is, it collects the data. I'm just erasing it. Yeah, it collates the data. It clubs together data for more than 15 lakh schools across the country. अपने पूरे country में 15 लाख से ज़्यादा schools के data को collect करके एक report में डाला जाता है. ठीक है, and union government ने survey किया था इन 15 लाख schools को. These 15 lakh schools were surveyed, and this survey revealed that only 22% of the school in India had the internet facilities. सिर्फ 22% स्कूल्स थे जिनके पास इंटरनेट फैसिलिटीज थी इन द ईयर 2019-20 ड्यूरिंग द लास्ट लॉकडाउन, राइट, लास्ट ईयर्स लॉकडाउन. सी, यू डू नॉट हैव टू कॉपी पेस्ट ऑल ऑफ दिस इंफॉर्मेशन. यू हैव टू जस्ट मेक अ फ्लो चार्ट लाइक दिस. व्हेन यू रीड द आर्टिकल, मेक अ फ्लो चार्ट लाइक दिस. ओके, जस्ट राइट ओवर हियर UDISE plus 2019-20. इस रिपोर्ट में आया है that only 22% had internet facilities. Okay, इस तरीके से ना शॉर्ट में then you will be in a position to sum up the entire article in a very attractive manner, which you can revise also. No need to go through entire paragraph, just revise it through flowcharts. Okay, now this report indicates the vast majority of schools for which imparting digital education necessitated by COVID-19 pandemic has proved an uphill task. During last year, the lockdown, all the schools, they had to provide the education facilities or access to education digitally, but because only 22% schools had the internet facilities, it might have become very tough or like an uphill task for many schools to provide education, to provide access to education to their students. Now, what is this report, Unified District Information System for Education Plus? See, it's a survey. It's a part of annual exercise. Now, it is annual exercise. ये annual है exercise, यानी कि सालाना exercise है. ठीक है, हर साल ये data बनता है. It collates data from schools across the country. Now, there are various parameters on which schools are judged. Dropout rates, how many students have, stepped out from the school, enrollment ratios, how many students have been admitted, access to digital education facilities, how many students could digitally access the education facilities, etc. And Union Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank, he released this report 2019-20. तो आपको याद रखना है which ministry releases this report. ठीक है, कौन सी मिनिस्ट्री इसको रिलीज करती है, आपको ये भी याद रखना है. इट इज द डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ स्कूल एजुकेशन एंड लिटरेसी विच डेवलप्ड द सिस्टम. इस सिस्टम को किसने डेवलप किया है? ये सिस्टम को डेवलप किया है डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ स्कूल एजुकेशन और लिटरेसी ने. प्लीज इसको लिख लो, प्लीज मेक अ नोट ऑफ इट. एंड इट इज अ सिस्टम ऑफ द ऑनलाइन डेटा कलेक्शन. ठीक है, इट वॉज डेवलप्ड इन 2018-19 टू ओवरकम द इशू रिलेटेड टू मैनुअल डेटा फिलिंग इन पेपर फॉर्मेट, सब्सिक्वेंटली फीडिंग एट द ब्लॉक और डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल, which was in practice from 2012-13. Now it will be done digitally. Instead of manually surveying the schools, digitally the data will be collected, and this data is hosted where? It is hosted on the server of National Informatics Center. Underline this and please remember this for prelims. ठीक है, prelims के लिए इसको please याद रखना. This entire paragraph is really important. Now, these are the key findings of the report. First is that the gross enrollment ratio at all levels of school education has improved. तो जो enrollment ratio है ना, वो improve हुआ है 2019-20 में. 98% of students in classes 1 to 8 attended the school. And see, the gross enrollment ratio for secondary and senior students, senior secondary students, it was 78% and 51%. So senior secondary students gross enrollment ratio was less. Okay, then enrollment of divyang students has increased by 6.52%. जो physically disabled students होते हैं उनका जो enrollment है वो भी 6.52% increase ही हुआ है. So you have to memorize the factual pointers because they can ask you the question in prelims. They will give you 3 statements based on the findings of the report. Then they will ask you which statement is correct. Okay, so that is why you have to remember the details. Now, what is gross enrollment ratio? Gross enrollment ratio in India is calculated for 18 to 23 years of age group. Okay, and total enrollment in higher education irrespective of your age expressed as a percentage to eligible official population in a given school year is the gross enrollment ratio. टोटल जो enrollment ratio ना हायर एजुकेशन में 18 से 23 साल के उम्र के बच्चों का एक पर्टिकुलर स्कूल में परसेंटेज के फॉर्म में अगर उसे हम एक्सप्रेस करें तो उसे हम कहते हैं ग्रॉस एनरोलमेंट रेशियो. ठीक है, देन प्यूपल टीचर रेशियो हैज इंप्रूव्ड. अंडरलाइन दिस, प्यूपल टीचर रेशियो भी इंप्रूव हुआ है हर लेवल, स्कूल एजुकेशन के हर लेवल पर. सो व्हाट इज प्यूपल टीचर रेशियो? ओवर हियर यू कैन सी it shows the availability of adequate number of teachers. Pupil means students, teacher means your teacher. For teaching the children और pupil एक ही बात हो जाती है. तो टोटल कितने टीचर्स अवेलेबल हैं बच्चों को पढ़ाने के लिए डिफरेंट लेवल्स पे, डिफरेंट लेवल्स ऑफ एजुकेशन पे, उसको हम बोलते हैं प्यूपल टीचर रेशियो. सो इट इंडिकेट्स अगर रिडक्शन हो जाता है पीटीआर में, इफ प्यूपल टीचर रेशियो डिक्रीजेस, दैट मीन्स वन टीचर हैज टू टीच लेस नंबर ऑफ चिल्ड्रन विच विल रिजल्ट इन इंप्रूविंग द क्वालिटी ऑफ टीचिंग. राइट, इसमें क्या होगा, यानी कि एक टीचर के जो अंडर स्टूडेंट्स होंगे वो कम हो गए हैं, यानी कि अब वो ढंग से एक एक बच्चे पे ध्यान दे सकता है. तो इफ पीटीआर रिड्यूसेस दैट मीन्स इट रिजल्ट्स इन इंप्रूवमेंट इन क्वालिटी ऑफ टीचिंग. रिमेंबर दिस फॉर प्रीलिम्स प्लीज, इसको भूलना मत. प्यूपल टीचर रेशियो में अगर कमी हो रही है इसका मतलब एक टीचर के नीचे कम बच्चे हैं. इससे क्या होगा, इंप्रूवमेंट होगी क्वालिटी ऑफ टीचिंग में, क्योंकि वो ज्यादा ध्यान दे पाएंगे उन बच्चों पर. नाउ ओवर हियर at present the GPI is 1, that is a gender parity index or more at all levels of school education. So it has also improved. What is gender parity index? देखो, gender parity index shows, or GER, it shows whether representation of females in school education is in line with representation of girls in the population of corresponding age group. यानी कि पूरे वर्ल्ड में, पूरे कंट्री में जितनी लड़कियां हैं, ठीक है, फीमेल्स हैं, उसको अगर हम कंपेयर करें स्कूल्स में जितनी फीमेल्स एनरोल हो रही हैं, क्या ये सेम है, वो हम जेंडर पैरिटी इंडेक्स में पढ़ते हैं. इफ जीपीआई वैल्यू 1 और मोर shows that GPI is favorable, यानी कि अगर GPI की वैल्यू 1 या उससे ज्यादा है तो मतलब GPI favorable, अच्छा है गर्ल्स के लिए. For girls it is good. But if GPI value of less than 1 is present, then it shows under representation of girls. That means in the country, the number of girls which are present, less number of girls are enrolled in the school. So GPI value is 1 or more than 1, it is good for girls. If it is less than 1, it is bad for the representation of girls. So over here it is written GPI is 1 or more at all levels of school education. That means it is favorable for the representation of girls. ठीक है, in the academic year that ended with school closures due to COVID-19, only 22% of schools in India had government facilities, and in government schools less than 12% had the internet facilities, and the functional computer facilities were even less than 30%. So this, you can say, affected negatively the digital education options. So now during the pandemic we realized that many few students could access the education that was being provided to them. So it shows digital divide in India. Okay. Now before we move ahead, here's a small announcement for all of you about Unacademy Promise. What is Unacademy Promise? See, if you're a college student or if you're a working professional who are if you are aiming for 2023 or 2024 attempt, okay, या तो आप college professional हो, college student हो या working professional हो, and if you are interested in purchasing 2 years subscription of or above, then we will give you the Unacademy Promise offer. Under this Unacademy Promise offer, you will be given 1 year extension if you do not clear UPSC exam with 2 year subscription. मान लीजिए आपने 2 साल का सब्सक्रिप्शन लिया और उसके बाद कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स की वजह से आप या कुछ इश्यूज की वजह से आप नहीं क्लियर कर पाए अनफॉर्चुनेटली यूपीएससी, तो टेंशन वाली बात नहीं है, हम आपको आपको 1 साल और एक्सटेंड करके देंगे आपका सब्सक्रिप्शन फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट, ताकि आप फिर से जज्बे से पढ़ सको और एग्जाम को क्लियर कर सको. So this offer is ending on 7th July. This is valid only till 7th July. After 7th July, if you take 2-year or above subscription, then this offer will not be given. So before that, you can subscribe to Unacademy Plus. The description box में links are provided, and you can use code ARPITA10 to get 10% discount on your Plus subscription. So hurry up, subscribe now and avail this beautiful Unacademy promise. The next important article, Army working to deal with drone threat. So we all know that there were drones which were used in the last few days. We studied this news that drones were being used to attack Indian Air Force base in Jammu, and explosive devices were dropped from the drones, triggering blast. So technology is being used very deviously by people who are against peace, right? You know the meaning of it. So similar, the army chief has said that now we are developing the capabilities or the capacities which are being used to counter this drone threat. अब इस drone threat को counter करने के लिए, इसके against जाने के लिए हमारे पास अब capabilities हैं जो हम develop कर रहे हैं, ठीक है? तो इन capabilities को develop करने के बाद ही हम इस तरीके के technologically जो ill uses हो रहे हैं उससे counter attack उसको कर सकते हैं. So same type of attacks were done in 2018 also, where the drones were used. Syrian rebels used homemade drones to attack Russian military bases, and there has been assassination attempt on Venezuelan president also, Nicolas Maduro, using explosive laden drone. And in 2019 also, Houthi rebels claimed responsibility for bombing Saudi oil installations using the drones. So drones have been used since 2018 for these explosions, for these attacks. ओके, सो यहाँ पर ना ड्रोन टेक्नोलॉजी के यहाँ पर आपसे क्वेश्चन आ सकता है. दे कैन आस्क यू क्वेश्चन इन मेंस जीएस पेपर 3. ड्रोन टेक्नोलॉजी कर्स एंड बून, एक्सप्लेन. ये कर्स भी है, ये बून भी है, वरदान भी है और श्राप भी है. एक्सप्लेन करो. सो यू कैन mention this article. DCGI not sought for ZyCoV-D. So Zydus Cadila said that it has applied to the Drug Controller General of India seeking emergency use authorization for ZyCoV-D, which is a plasmid DNA vaccine to counter COVID-19. अब ये ना भारत की पहली प्लास्मिड डीएनए वैक्सीन है कोविड-19 के लिए, ठीक है? एक नीडल फ्री वैक्सीन है ये, जो बच्चों के लिए भी यूज की जाएगी, ठीक है? इट्स अंडरलाइन दिस नीडल फ्री वैक्सीन, and it will be fitted with a jet injector. नीडल फ्री है. जेट इंजेक्टर्स ना ये यूएस में बड़े यूज होते हैं, और भी कंट्रीज में यूज होता है, पर यूएस में बहुत ज्यादा यूज होते हैं. और ये 1960 में ये डिवाइस ना आपके कह सकते हो आप इन्वेंट हुए थे, और 2014 से तो ये यूएसए में कभी तो बहुत लार्ज स्केल पे यूज किए जाते हैं. यूरोप, अफ्रीका, एशिया में भी यूज होते हैं. तो इसमें होता क्या है दैट दिस अलाउज द वैक्सीन टू बी इंजेक्टेड इनटू पीपल्स स्किन अंडर हाई प्रेशर. सो इट्स अ नीडल फ्री वैक्सीन. इट विल नॉट बी you can say you will not feel that something is being pricked to your skin. It has a very high pressure, तो एकदम आपको पता भी नहीं चलेगा और इंजेक्शन अंदर चला जाएगा. At the same time, needle injections that are usually used, fluid or medicine, goes into the muscles. Compressed gas or these springs are used for pressure in jet injectors. So it's a plasmid DNA vaccine, comes under the vaccine discovery program supported by Department of Biotechnology under National Biopharma Mission. Now your homework is to study about the National Biopharma Mission because it is important for both prelims and GS paper 3. ठीक है, इसके बारे में जरा पढ़ना. So this was all for today. I hope you enjoyed this lecture series. Within 18 to 20 minutes we understood all the important articles from the Hindu newspaper. There are few articles that are for self read. I have attached the images in the PPT only, in the PDF only. You can go through it as well. So class PDF will be uploaded on our Telegram channel. Till then, take care. Bye bye.